The purpose of this video is to demonstrate for you how you will access forms in Hopkins Apps that will be used in your collaborative work together in your PLC. These forms then can be shared with your building principal and your PLC facilitator or master teacher. To demonstrate this, I'm logged into the account of the delightful Erin Osland. What you will do is that you are going to have one person in each of your PLCs go to Hopkins Apps to the template gallery. To do this, you log into the Moodle home page. Click on Docs. This should open a new tab that brings you into your Hopkins Apps or your Google Docs account. From here, you're going to click on Browse the Template Gallery. Once you're in the template gallery, you're going to do a keyword search for PLC. So I type in PLC, then I'm going to click on Search Templates. This is going to bring you 6 results. The one that is most important and will be used most often is your PLC log. Again, I want to emphasize that you will only be using one log per PLC. So you'll be sharing this with each of the members of your PLC. So in this case, Aaron has been identified as the person in his PLC to access the forms, and then he'll share it with his teammates. Click on Use this template, and essentially this makes a fresh copy. Over the course of a school year, each PLC may have several logs. It's possible that you're going to have one log per meeting, or you might have one log for several meetings that are connected in terms of their topic. So each group might have a different number of logs over the course of the school year. There will be some naming conventions for your logs. So now that I've accessed this, I want to rename the log. And for the secondary level, you're going to rename it with the last names of the PLC participants in alphabetical order and then what log it is. So in this example, the 3 PLC members are Erin Osland, Todd Rodebush, and Ben Friesen. So in alphabetical order, that would be Friesen, Osland, Rodebush, and this is their first log, so I will call it log 1. That is the naming convention for the secondary PLCs. After I've renamed the log, I'm going to want to share this with my teammates. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to close this tab by clicking on the X in the tab. I'm going to get out of the template gallery, and I'm going to go back to my Google Docs homepage. From here, one person in each PLC should create a collection. A collection is much like a folder. So I'm going to go under the Create New Collection option, and I am going to call this Friesen, Rodebush, Osland, PLC, and click OK. Now any document that I put into this collection is something that I want to be shared with all 3 individuals in my PLC, as well as my building principal and my facilitator or master teacher of my PLC. So to do this, you click on the triangle to the right of the collection name, you choose Share, and then you choose Share again. And this is where you add those individuals. So Aaron is the owner, and one person in each PLC would be the owner of this collection. And then I'm going to add other individuals by starting to type in their names. So I got Ben Friesen, I hit Tab, and I want him to be an editor of those documents. So you can see how it says Can Edit. Todd Rodebush. As you start typing in the names of the individuals in your PLC, they should come up in the directory. I also want to share this with my building principal. So in this case, it's Shirley Gregoire. And I want to share it with my master teacher who's in charge of my PLC. So I'm going to say that's Becky Allen. And I couldn't find it with Becky, so I'm just going to try to type in Alan instead, and there it is. And you're going to make sure that you notify people via email. But right now, since this is just pretend, I'm going to take that out, and I am going to share and save. So I click OK, and that's it. So now all of those individuals would have access to the documents in that collection. If I go up to my search field and remove that filter, I now see my log, which is, if I want to include that in the collection to keep everything organized, I drag it and I drop it right on top of the collection to the left. You will know that it goes into the log if you see indication on the right-hand side of the document name. Any other documents that you use amongst your PLC teammates can be added to your log. So I'm going to go through that one more time with a second document from the template gallery. I hit Browse Template Gallery. I'm going to search for documents related to PLC. So I type in my keyword and hit search. This will bring up 6 documents at this point. And here's something called the Developing PLC Norms form. So I'm going to say use this template, and I'm going to rename it again alphabetically with the names of the individuals in my PLC. So I will call this Friesen, Osland, Rodebush, Norms. I click OK. And then if I close out of this document and close out of the template gallery and go into my main Google Docs list, you're going to see that document. And you can drag and drop it into your collection because your collection has been set up as a place to put documents to be shared with everybody, including the building principal and the facilitator or master teacher of the PLC. If you have any questions, feel free to contact Terry Osland or David Broughton or Becky Allen for help.